NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Just 1 week into the season, the 49ers are already dealing with multiple injuries, including one to their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy. Head coach Kyle Shanahan says Purdy, who's dealing with a left shoulder and toe injury, is a long shot to play Sunday against the Saints. Shanahan added it could be a multi-week injury. Mac Jones is in line to start if Purdy can't go. Meantime, the Packers signed wideout Christian Watson to a one-year $13.25 million extension, according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. Watson is currently on the physically unable to perform list while he recovers from a torn ACL he suffered last season. And Falcons head coach Raheem Morris says he expects wide receiver Drake London, who suffered a shoulder injury last week against the Bucs, to play this Sunday against the Vikings. Morris added, quote, "Drake is Drake. He's ultimately tough." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices. That can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
1230 KXO, 731 on this 9/11, September 11th, 2001 is what we are remembering today. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, George.
How are you, sir?
Good. How about yourself?
Do you have any memories of 9/11?
I was in 4th grade.
4th grade, you were born. I didn't think you made it yet.
What's that?
I didn't think you were around then.
No, I was in 4th grade, and I remember, I was still getting ready for school. We're on the West Coast, so we were still getting up.
We're still getting up. You were gotten up very early because it was the first one hit at 5:46.
Yeah, I think my mom woke me up early because it was on the news.
Yeah, I was sitting right here in this chair. When that happened.
And you guys got the news.
Got the news of the first when it first hit. The news was just that it appeared that an aircraft had crashed into the building. No other details.
Oh man!
And then at the top of the hour, then everything started coming in.
Yeah. So
we did our little moment of silence this morning, remembering, and it's a lot of memories going on. And anyway, our hearts and prayers are still with those that we lost.
Yes, sir, and all those that fighting with the after effects.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them still around, especially the guys at the New York Fire Department.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, there's going to be that. Well, and as long as they're around. Anyway, we got to move on. The time marches on. We've got birthdays today, several birthdays. Tom Dreesen. You ever heard of Tom Dreesen?
Sounds familiar.
He's a comedian, and I thought he passed away, but apparently not. He's 86 today. Other ones, Brian De Palma, I'm sure you've heard of him. He is a movie director. 85 today. Lola Falana is 83. Drummer Mickey Hart. Now, this is one of the incredible guys. He's a drummer for the Grateful Dead. And how any of those guys made it past 30, I don't know. But he's 82, so he has a strong constitution. Guitarist Leo Kottke, he is 80 years old today. Philip Alford, he was in To Kill a Mockingbird, is 77 today. Actor Amy Madigan is 75. Guitarist Tommy Shaw of Styx, 72 today. Sports reporter Leslie Weiser is 72. Visser, actor Reed Birney of House of Cards and The Blacklist, 71 today. Another drummer, John Moss of the Culture Club, is 68. Director Roxanne Dawson of Star Trek Voyager, 67 today. Scott Patterson of the Gilmore Girls is 67. That's a show that I've never seen. You ever seen that?
Say what?
The Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my mom watched that. I didn't really, not my thing, but.
I'd heard of it, but never saw it. Not nary an episode. Dr. John Hawkes of Deadwood, I've seen that. He's 66. Ann Ramsey of Mad About You and the League of Their Own, 65 today. Virginia Madsen of Sideways and American Dreams, 64 today. Virginia Madsen, one of my crushes back then. Christy McNichol is 63 today, and she's still around. Harry Connick Jr. is 58. Taraji Henson is still acting, doing very well, thank you. She's 55. Laura Wright of Guiding Light, soap opera, 55 today. And we have, Ludacris. He was a rapper, very famous rapper. Now he does a lot of commercial and promotional stuff. He's 48, great voice. Ariana Richards of Jurassic Park Films, 46 today. Elizabeth Henstridge, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., 38 today. Actor Tyler Hoechlin of TV's Teen Wolf is 38. Mackenzie Alajem of Nurse Jackie is 24. Must have been the child in that show. Anyway, we've got the local people coming up next.
Goddard's Gold. From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO. Goddard's Gold.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
Happy birthdays this morning to a long list of people, including Aston Robertson, Denise Guillen, Matthew Keating, Saul Horton, Giselle Velasquez, Mauda Wong, Cindy Olguin, Yesel Ruiz, Miley Escarpita, Raul Cardenas Jr., Orlando Alatorre, Virginia Quijada, Gloria Castillo, Jaylee Yancey, Espi Olivadia, Lori Perez, Marcia Craddock, Rosemary Rosas, Myra Saraco, Lori Solares, Yasmin Ornelas, Cesar Serrano, Edgar Garcia, Frank Ornelas, Karina Carreño, Sarai Prieto, Araceli Lopez, Susan Brana, and Lauren Hamilton. Happy birthday to each and every one.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready to get down to it. World and California News headlines brought to you by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News special report. Investigators are making headway as they hunt for the shooter who assassinated conservative activist Charlie Kirk during an outdoor debate at Utah Valley University yesterday. The FBI special agent in charge, Robert Bowles.
This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
He says they've also found a footprint, hand, and forearm impressions, which are being analyzed now. Utah Public Safety Commissioner Bo Mason.
After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood.
Mason says the suspect appears to be of college age who blended in on campus. Those officials say their teams will work around the clock until they find him. They've received more than 130 tips so far. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news: the violent death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, condemned from all sides of the political spectrum. Democratic Senator Adam Schiff of California says political violence is never the answer.
This is sickening. It's taking our country in a dangerous downward spiral, and it has got to stop.
Kirk honored with a moment of silence at the start of Wednesday's session of the Democratic-controlled state assembly. Governor Gavin Newsom calling Kirk's shooting disgusting, vile, and reprehensible. Kirk appeared on Newsom's podcast earlier this year and discussed why his brand of politics had become so popular.
It goes in a decentralized way.
And it's not just political.
No, it's not political.
Culture.
But again, our conversation here is going to go far and wide, right? Yeah. A lot of people are going to see it. A lot of people are going to consume it because it's also politics and entertainment have begun to overlap.
Plans to close a refinery in Benicia may be grinding to a halt. Reports that state lawmakers are making a push to save the Valero refinery from being shuttered. Jeff Scott, California News.
And World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And we are now ready for the page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, quick lane tire and auto centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in Brawley's Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page one of the local news, here's Jared.
Fire destroys former Ford store. A 3-alarm fire destroyed the former Robinson Ford dealership buildings in Calexico. The fire was reported at about 5 p.m. Wednesday and quickly elevated to 3 alarms. Calexico Fire was assisted by Brawley, El Centro, and Holtville departments, as well as Imperial County Fire and Naval Air Facility equipment and personnel. Firefighters remained on scene into the night. Cause of the fire remains under investigation. And there was a moment of silence this morning. U.S. Customs and Border Protection had a brief halt to northbound traffic this morning. It was a moment of silence at 5:46 a.m., commemorating the same moment Flight 11 crashed into the World Trade Center North Tower on September 11th. Normal traffic resumed after the ceremony, the brief ceremony. It was a moment of silence, and it was held at across many of the ports of entries. KXO News Time, 7:42.
Scheduling your automotive service appointment at El Centro Motors just got easier. Visit elcentromotors.net. Follow the prompts, sign in, schedule your service appointment at your selected location. It's easier and faster than ever before. elcentromotors.net. Schedule an appointment at any of the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers at El Centro Motor Service Department or one of the mobile service vans that comes to you. elcentromotors.net. Schedule now.
DUI checkpoint. There will be a DUI checkpoint tomorrow night. The El Centro Police Department will conduct the checkpoint from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. at Imperial and Holt Avenues in El Centro. El Centro Police remind drivers that impaired driving is not just from alcohol. Some prescription medications and over-the-counter drugs may interfere with driving. While medical and recreational marijuana are legal, driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal. Drivers charged with first-time DUIs face an average of $13,500 in fines and penalties and a suspended license. According to police, impaired drivers put others on the road at risk, and prevention measures such as DUI checkpoints reduce the number of impaired drivers and make our streets safer. And roads remain closed more than a week after a devastating storm swept through the valley. A number of county roadways remain closed. According to Imperial County Department of Public Works, Harris and Keystone roads are closed between State Route 86 and Dogwood Road. Larson and Ralph roads are closed between State Route 86 and Clark Road, and a portion of Evan Hughes Highway southeast of Holtville is being cleared. Southwest, yeah. According to the county, the roads are closed until further notice. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
High school football is on KXO AM 1230 and the KXO YouTube channel. Follow the Central Spartans and the Southwest Eagles on the Imperial Valley sports leader. Carroll, Buckley, and John Gripple will be at the 50-yard line with all the action. High school football is brought to you by
McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Main in El Centro, Case Carney in El Centro and Yuma, and the Central Union High School District.
And we'll get into high school football in just a minute, but right now we've got page 2 of the local news, a service of the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. With page 2 of the local news, here again is Jarrett.
Imperial County Board of Supervisors has proclaimed September 2025 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. The proclamation was approved at the Tuesday board meeting, and it is to honor children and families affected by childhood cancers, recognizing the courage of young parents and commending the dedication of healthcare providers and advocates. The proclamation also highlights the importance of awareness, research, and community support to ensure children receive the care and hope they deserve. State of economic emergency. Imperial County and Imperial Irrigation District officials have declared a state of economic emergency. The declaration comes on the heels of the shutdown of the Spreckles Sugar Company operation. The sugar beet processing plant on State Route 86 and Keystone Road gently ceased operations after more than 75 years processing Imperial Valley grown sugar beets. Imperial County has farmed approximately 20,000 acres of beets. The economic loss is estimated at over $242 million. The closure will not only affect the growers, but also hundreds of families dependent on the 430 direct jobs supporting the industry. Jobs created in the growing, transportation, and processing of the crop. Local representatives met with state and federal elected officials asking for urgent support for the valley. And thieves target specific cars. Well, it looks like it was the Kia boys. Yeah, they're in the Imperial Valley now. The KXO Police Department are investigating a recent spike in vehicle thefts and recoveries involving Hyundai and Kia vehicles. According to KXO Police, Sonatas, and Elantras across various models years are especially targeted, and as well as some Kia vehicles. A major factor behind the thefts is that the cars lack advanced anti-theft technology. Also contributing is the spread of how-to videos on social media that demonstrate methods of stealing the vehicles. The trend is not just in Calexico, but statewide and across the country as well. Calexico police urge residents to take extra steps to protect their vehicles. Always lock your car and park it in a well-lit area, and consider using steering wheel locks or alarm systems. Also, report suspicious activity to local law enforcement. And grandparents celebrated. The Brawley Grandparents Celebration Day was deemed a great success. The event was held last Friday at the Lions Center in Brawley. Over 250 seniors met for an afternoon of music, raffles, dinner, and community connection. Brawley Mayor Gale said that it was the first Grandparents' Day celebration since COVID, and it meant everything to see the seniors get together again. The event was coordinated by the Brawley Parks and Recreation Department and sponsored by the Get Together Senior Club. KXO Local News Time, just about 7:49. We'll take a look at local weather coming up next.
Become a hunger warrior. Donate to the Imperial Valley Food Bank. The need for the IV Food Bank's backpack program has more than doubled during the pandemic. Through this program, schools distribute backpacks with needed items to make sure no kid or family goes hungry during the weekend when no school food service is available. It's tough enough being a kid. They don't need to have hunger be an issue. The Imperial Valley Food Bank needs your help. Become a hunger warrior. The National Weather Service says temperatures will gradually cool with near to below normal readings expected through the weekend. Breezy conditions will develop once again this afternoon for parts of the region, with gusts peaking at about 25 miles an hour. 100 degrees the high yesterday, 70 the overnight low. Today will be sunny with a high near 97. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tonight clear, a low around 70. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Sunny on Friday with a high near 96, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 97, west wind about 5 miles an hour. And Sunday will be sunny with a high near 98, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour.
And right now we're looking at 72 degrees, 34% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality now moderate in El Centro. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Page 2 of the local news and your local weather has been presented by Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank, 760-370-0966.
Become a member of the Goodwill VIP Rewards Program and unlock exclusive access to special sales, promotions, and monthly coupons designed specifically for our VIPs. By shopping sustainably, you contribute to protecting the environment and supporting employment and job training for individuals with disabilities and others facing barriers to employment. Your support is essential to making good happen in our community. You'll receive a one-time use coupon for 20% off when you become a member. Don't wait. Sign up now.
And it is now sports time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. Starting off this morning with football, high school football. Central Spartans will visit the Southwest Eagles tonight. This is the city championship game. KXO AM 1230 will join the game in progress after the Thursday night NFL game. Game will be on the KXO YouTube channel starting at 6:45 p.m. The NFL Thursday night game will feature the Commanders and the Packers. And then when that's over, we will go to the City Championship on the YouTube channel, KXO's YouTube channel, at 6:45 tonight. The games of Friday night, the Imperial Tigers, they'll host the Fallbrook Warriors. Mickey Dale and George Grahava will be live on KXO AM 1230 and the KXO YouTube channel starting at 6:45 p.m. on Friday. Calapat will travel to O'Farrell Charter. Vincent Memorial will host Claremont. Clexico will host Cibola. Brawley will travel to St. Augustine in San Diego. The Coachella Valley will be at Palo Verde Valley. Hauteville has the bye. And the NFL games this weekend, the Rams will be playing the Titans Sunday morning on FM 107.5, the Rams station for the Imperial Valley. Monday night football, this will be a doubleheader. Buccaneers taking on the Texans, Chargers going against the Raiders. We'll have more in just a minute.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together, healthier tomorrow.
And on the Major League Baseball scoreboard, it was the Rangers over the Brewers 6-3. Athletics got by the Red Sox 5-4. Diamondbacks defeated the Giants 5-3. Angels over the Twins 4-3. The Pirates and the Orioles went 10 innings. Baltimore won the game 2-1. It was the Royals over the Guardians 4-3. Marlins beat the Nationals 8-3. Phillies got by the Mets 11-3. Tigers over the Yankees 11-1. Astros defeated the Blue Jays 3-2. Cubs over the Braves 3-2. White Sox defeated the Rays 6-5. Reds beat the Padres again 2-1. The Mariners beat the Cardinals 4-2. Dodgers got by the Rockies big time. Shut them out 9-0. WNBA was the Dream over the Sun, 88-72, the only game on tap in the WNBA. As the San Francisco 49ers began preparation Wednesday for their Week 2 meeting with the New Orleans Saints, they did so with the expectation that quarterback Brock Purdy won't be available to play. Purdy is dealing with a toe and left shoulder injuries. That happened in the second quarter of Sunday's win against the Seattle Seahawks. Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson apologized to the Buffalo Bills fan that he shoved in retaliation Sunday night, but the two-time NFL Most Valuable Player offered some advice. Jackson said, just chill next time. You can talk trash and stuff like that, but keep your hands to yourself. Good advice. Very good advice, especially if you want to keep the hands. 4 arrests have been made in connection with the shooting of FSU's Ethan Pritchard. That investigation is ongoing. Sports Time brought to you this morning by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And we have your financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company that protects you, your home, business, or construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. On the business side, U.S. stocks rose this morning as the latest reading on inflation showed that consumer prices ticked up in August, helping set expectations for the pace of interest rate cuts this year. Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 rose over 0.3%, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite all gained around 0.4% on the heels of a muted but record-setting session on Wednesday. Thursday's Consumer Price Index report for August exhibited some signs that President Trump's tariffs are impacting consumer costs after the August reading on wholesale inflation came in cooler than expected. CPI report showed inflation remained sticky last month, with the annual headline rate rising to 2.9% compared to 2.7% in July. Month over month, prices rose 0.4% compared to July's 0.2% increase, and an uptick compared to economists' expectations of a 0.3% monthly gain. Got your weather coming up next.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
The National Weather Service says temperatures will gradually cool with near to below normal readings expected through the weekend. Breezy conditions will develop once again this afternoon for parts of the region, with gusts peaking at about 25 miles an hour. 100 degrees the high yesterday, 70 the overnight low. Today will be sunny with a high near 97. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tonight clear, a low around 70. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Sunny on Friday with a high near 96, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 97, west wind about 5 miles an hour. And Sunday will be sunny with a high near 98, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour.
And the financial news and weather update have been brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Jersey Mike's Subs, a sub above, at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Top quality, delicious, hot and cold subs made how you like it. And don't forget, Jersey Mike's Subs offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. And you can order subs for the party. Check out the Jersey Mike's app. There's some great deals, and you can get shore points. That's Jersey Mike's at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
And it's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
Sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Trump pays tribute to a close ally at the Pentagon's 9/11 ceremony.
I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
That's the country's highest civilian honor, and there's new information in the investigation into conservative activist Charlie Kirk's assassination yesterday on a Utah college campus. CBS's Andres Gutierrez reports authorities believe they found the murder weapon, a high-powered rifle, and the gunman, they say, blended in with the college crowd and leaped from the roof of a building to get away.
Besides that murder weapon being analyzed, the FBI right now also working to analyze some footwear impressions as well as some forearm impressions they got of the suspect. So they have been working throughout the night in gathering this evidence, and those are some new pieces of information that we've received. They've also been able to develop a better timeline.
CBS's Natalie Brand at the White House.
The president and his team, White House officials here, simply devastated by this political assassination. There were tears at the White House yesterday. It's a very somber day, always on 9/11, but I think you could hear it in the president's voice when he was speaking at the Pentagon a short time ago, and it speaks to the closeness of their relationship that he opened his remarks at the 9/11 Remembrance ceremony at the Pentagon with a tribute to Kirk.
Many Democrats expressing outrage and sadness too. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer.
This is a time that all Americans should come together and feel and mourn what happened. Violence which affects so many different people of so many different political persuasions, is an affliction of America.
9/11 is being remembered today, 24 years after the attacks. Secretary Pete Hegseth at the Pentagon.
9/11 is vivid for me and all of you, but it will soon live only in the history books for our youngest. We must teach our children that the price of freedom we love is eternal vigilance.
The government says inflation ticked higher last month. Consumer prices up 2.9% from 1 year ago, biggest increase since January. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
When we look at that headline rate, a good chunk of it comes from shelter. Shelter prices up by 3.6% from a year ago, but that's a lot better than it has been recently.
Claims for jobless benefits hit their highest level in almost 4 years last week. Checking Wall Street, right now the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 567 points. The S&P is up 45. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
More changes at a restaurant chain that's faced a lot of recent indigestion.
At Cracker Barrel, come together for the good stuff.
Cracker Barrel has announced on social media some of that good stuff. Its beloved biscuits will once again be rolled by hand and baked fresh throughout the day. It's the latest about face after aggressive backlash over planned changes that included a logo revamp and a do-over of its down-home vintage decor in favor of a minimalist modern look. The company says it's also walking back its policies related to social justice issues and will no longer sponsor events not directly related to business needs, including pride events. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
South Africa's top court ruled today that an apartheid-era law banning husbands from taking their wife's family name or hyphenating both spouses' surnames is unconstitutional. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with George Gale.
A sweet guy. He's a genius guy. Not so pretty, but awfully sweet.
AM 1230.
Oh, I'm glad you're here because I want you to hear this.
KXO.
AM 1230. KXO.